These are the 3 reasons why Upwork is so much better than Fiverr when it comes to actually getting clients. Now, I have set up accounts on both of these platforms. On Upwork, I've probably generated north of $200,000 in revenue, and on Fiverr, I've generated north of $10,000. And I've been on these platforms for roughly the same amount of time. So let me break it down. Now, really quickly, I make these videos to document my own journey as an agency owner. I have an email marketing channel. If you want to learn about that, check that out. I'm also going to talk about a tool that I use that actually helps me get a bunch of clients on Upwork. Link in the description to that video as well as the tool. Anyway, let's get into it. The first reason that Upwork is so much better than Fiverr is just because of the amount of deal flow that is actually on the platform. On Upwork, there's just so much more scale and so much more jobs, or much more jobs that you can be competing on, that just make Upwork a much more viable platform. There, I would say for every 1 job on Fiverr that there's about 10 on Upwork. On top of that, the quality of work that is on Upwork is significantly better than what is on Fiverr. When you think about what these 2 platforms position themselves as from a marketing perspective, Fiverr was built off the back of getting jobs done for $5. Those are the types of clients that you're typically going to be attracting on Fiverr if you're trying to sell your services. Now, I'm not saying there are not high-paying clients on the platform. There are, but they're very hard to actually find and far few between. On Upwork, there is just so much more high-quality work on there. And that comes down to the fact that Upwork has really positioned itself as that type of platform. You can find, yes, lower skilled work for cheap, but also really high skilled work for high paying jobs. And the fact that I've generated $200,000 on that platform, I think kind of speaks to itself a little bit. Upwork, the amount of deal flow that you have is just so much better. So this is number 2. Fiverr charges a 20% commission on all of the work that you get through it. That's insane. And if you're trying to scale a business and actually grow a business, giving 20% of your margin away is just unsustainable. And I think it's actually a stupid thing by Fiverr to do, because it ultimately drives a lot of work, at least a lot of the high paying work, off of its platform. So Fiverr, 20%, Upwork, it's typically 10%. Now, sure, you have to pay for connections on Upwork, but at the same time, within Fiverr, there's the ad platform too, okay? That you can pay for clicks, essentially. You're gonna find, by the way, if you're paying for that, most of your money just goes to the clicks on Fiverr, as opposed to actually generating new work. It's insane. But Fiverr is just ripping your heart out with its commissions. Upwork, yeah, 10% is quite a bit as well, but I think the amount of deal flow and the higher quality work that it drives also justifies the 10%, even though it's lower than Fiverr. So just from like a dollars and cents perspective, Upwork is just so much better from actually how much money you get and the quality of work that you're getting.
Really quickly, sorry to interrupt the video. I just want to tell you something really cool that we've started doing with Inbox. I've actually created a school community where I teach you anything and everything I know about email and SMS marketing, from really advanced campaign strategies to how to simply set up your Klaviyo account, all the way to building really cool automations for the back end of your e-commerce store. Whether you're a business owner trying to learn how to do email marketing, or an email marketer trying to learn how to become a better email marketer, there is a link in the description to this school community where I teach you everything I know. Check it out, it's worthwhile. Book a call to have a chat with me to see if you're a right fit for the community, and if you are, I'd love to get you in there. Anyway, sorry for interrupting your video, let's get back to it.
Number 3 is the payment delays. Fiverr is so bad with its payment delays. I think I was like I can't remember what it's called on Fiverr, like top rated or number 1, but I was number 1 on Fiverr, like within their level system. And even then, I still had to wait 2 weeks to get a payout that was also having 20% taken away from it. That's, first of all, I think that's unethical just from a business perspective, because Fiverr already has this money. What they're doing is they're putting it in a holding account and getting interest from all the money they have. It's an extra revenue stream for them. I think it's just immoral, honestly, but also it really hampers your ability to grow properly if you have these delays. I've made a video about this separately, but business is all about how much money you can collect up front and how long you can actually delay your payments going out, okay? And by having a 2-week delay just from the jump of when you should get paid, typically when the job is completed, So sometimes jobs can take quite a while. Then you still have to wait on top of that for how long you're going to have to wait to actually get the money after the job's been completed. It's just insane. Upwork, yes, there is a delay there too. It's also a week, still long in my opinion, but it is better than Fiverr, okay? Way, way better. And you can also get early payouts available too, which is really nice. Lastly, this is like a fourth thing that I just freaking hate about Fiverr, but the UX in the interface is so bad. It's terrible. Just having to navigate the interface is such a pain. Having to figure out when your money's free from the platform as well is such a pain too. And it's just clunky to use. And when you're a serious business and a serious operator, you need a platform that's very easy to navigate and easy to streamline, okay? Now, I'm not saying Upwork is perfect. I'm gonna make a separate video about all the way that Upwork fucks you. I think that's gonna be a fun one, but it is significantly better than Fiverr if you're having to choose between the two. Now, I've been on Fiverr for coming on 3 years now, and initially I did get a bunch of little jobs and stuff like that from there, and it did result in some big work, but it was nowhere near the amount that Upwork drove me. And honestly, if I had to choose between the two, I would go for Upwork, but if I was even considering doing both, I really just wouldn't bother. I would just stick with Upwork. Fiverr's level system is really confusing as well. Just stick with Upwork. Really dial in your profile, optimize everything, and I have videos on how to do that separately on this channel. Just explore the channel, type in Upwork, you'll see something come up. Upwork's just the way to go. If you want to see a video about my strategy in terms of how I get leads and automate the whole process of actually getting business on the platform, check out the link in the description. There's a video there that shows you how I optimize my profile, how I actually drive people to book calls with me, as well as my follow-up sequence, and this really cool tool that I use. Anyway, thanks for watching. 2 videos every single week. Link to my newsletter in the description as well. We'll see you in the next one.